is Valley News Live at 4.
Right now at this time, while the snow continues to fall and power companies have seen significant outages because of this storm that we're experiencing. And right now we want to send things out to Valley News Live's Bailey Hurley, who has more details of what they're seeing. Bailey?
Yeah, Bobby, Otter Tail Power Company says that they've seen massive outages because of this winter storm since Tuesday. They say they've seen 150 outages impacting 10,000 customers. Again, they say that sloppy, wet snow we saw on Tuesday mixed with today's gusty high winds made the perfect conditions for icing on the lines. However, all power companies I spoke with today say they have maintenance on those power lines all year round to make sure that these lines can maintain and sustain through winter weather like this. Take a listen.
It's an ongoing thing for us in the hopes that to the degree we can control factors, that we are ahead of it, not in response to it.
Pop says that they want you to prepare yourself and your home as best you can, like you would have a winter survival kit in your car. They want you to have one of those for your house if something should happen because of this winter weather. This week or later on this winter, they want you to have blankets, extra layers, sweatshirts, candles, lighters, matches, all of those things to make sure that you get by and stay warm and stay as safe as possible until those crews that are working as hard as they can get the power back on for you and your family and your neighbors. Live from Fargo tonight, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Information right there. Thank you so much. And taking a look at our sky cam right now, lots of snow has fallen, but our first alert storm team called it. We were seeing exactly what they forecast, and now let's get things over to first alert storm team forecaster Summer Schnellbach. Summer?
Yeah, thank you so much, and good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. First alert weather days continue. Here's what you need to know. Yeah, we still have a little bit of snow coming down, but we're kind of in the middle of things here now. We have first alert weather days continuing today and tomorrow, and additional ones for next week for some Arctic cold that's going to be moving into the region. Check out satellite and radar right now. You can see right there in Fargo, we've got a little bit of a break. A little bit more light snow, though, headed our way here shortly. Northern Valley seeing some snow, but the heaviest of the snow that we've seen today is continuing to shift into central North Dakota. Still seeing a couple bands of some more moderate to briefly heavy snow just across the river into areas like Grafton, down into Lemoore and Findlay, and then exiting the Devil's Lake Basin right now out towards Rugby, down through Fargo and Goodrich. And this continues to be a very big and dynamic system that's been impacting us for several days. Winter storm warning continues for these areas shaded in red, includes the Central Valley and northwestern Minnesota. Meanwhile, parts of eastern North Dakota just outside the Central Valley and the rest of the state down into South Dakota, blizzard warnings. And here's why. The winds have been whipping. 46-mile-per-hour gusts in Bismarck, gusting to 43 in Jamestown, 48-mile-per-hour gusts in Hettinger. And with the snow that's coming down, visibility is very near zero in all this area you see shaded in green just outside the river and points to the west. Here's a recent snapshot from NDDOT. Highway 57 near Camp Grafton, that's just outside of Devil's Lake. Snow-covered roads, visibility is very poor. This is why interstate remains closed this afternoon. I-94, this is Jamestown looking westbound. Continuing to look quite bleak at this time, and more snow is expected, though not quite as heavy. I'll have the very latest hour-by-hour forecast, what you need to know, coming up in a few minutes.
And definitely a lot to go over a little bit later, especially with what we'll be seeing tonight. Summer, thank you so much. And today and tomorrow is an important day for your health. Snow shoveling is responsible for thousands of injuries and as many as 100 deaths each year. While most people won't have a problem, shoveling snow can put some people at risk. Sudden exertion after being sedentary for several months can put a big strain on the heart, and pushing a heavy snowblower also can cause injury. Keep in mind that cold weather can increase heart rate and blood pressure. Blood can clot more easily and constrict arteries, which decreases blood supply. This is true even in healthy people. And right now, there's a lot to pay attention to when it comes to the roads, and that's because the snow is shutting them down. In the studio with us right now is Valley News Live's Justin Betty. Justin, what exactly is going on?
Bobby, we saw in Fargo conditions have gotten a bit better over the last couple hours as snow has stopped, so you can still get around in Fargo where the highways are still open and the main roads are at least plowed, but please be careful. But outside of Fargo, you can't get very far. I-94 remains closed all the way from Fargo to Dickinson. 52 is closed from Jamestown to about Harvey. 29 is closed south of Fargo at the 52nd Avenue exit down to the South Dakota border. A lot of the crossroads you might take if you're really committed to get somewhere are also closed. It is a little better as you get further north. Still no travel advised, but the roads are technically open up towards Grand Forks and Devil's Lake. But if you look at Minnesota, where things have cleared out a little while longer, you see it's a different situation because they've been out of the snow and they've been able to clear roads a little bit better. Still no travel advised, or I'm sorry, snow and ice covered on the western, say, quarter of the state. But as you get down towards the Twin Cities, conditions are normal, even out towards Duluth, which is amazing given all the snow they've received. But they've had some time to clear it, so it's manageable. But be careful, you're driving around Grand Forks too. They've been getting snow recently, so still snow and ice covered roads up that direction. Bobby?
Justin Betty reporting on the roads. Justin, thank you so much. And the heavy snow that made its way throughout Fargo has caused multiple flights to be canceled or delayed. Now, at this moment, at least 4 flights have been canceled and at least 3 were delayed. And one of the flights has been delayed. It was supposed to leave early this morning. It's been delayed for over 9 hours. And the city of Fergus Falls has declared a snow emergency. Starting in just under an hour at 5 o'clock, parking will only be allowed on the odd side of the streets, and it could last up to 24 hours. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., parking will be allowed on the even side of the streets. So park on the odd side of the street on odd dates and park on the even side of the street on even dates. Now, the snow emergency is set to end at 11:59 p.m. on December 19th, but that could change depending on the snow amounts. And due to the weather, holiday shopping at the West Acres Mall was cut early. The mall made the announcement to close at 2 p.m. today. They say they plan on reopening as normal tomorrow, and all MAP bus services are now suspended for the night. The Ground Transportation Center on NP Avenue in Fargo will close at 4:15 in just 9 minutes. All MAP bus services are expected to resume tomorrow with their normal schedules, but staff say they'll continue to monitor developing weather conditions. And school districts are facing tough decisions as a multi-day winter storm continues to bear down on the area. With weather conditions changing from day to today, district administration is tasked with making the decision they believe will be best for students and families. There's been a lot of conversation about whether districts should call a snow day or provide virtual learning opportunities. So we asked you about it today. Out of 927 people who took the poll, 571 opted for a snow day, while 356 would prefer virtual learning. The main argument for a snow day is safety and to let kids be kids. Those in favor of virtual learning say it's better now than having to make up a day another time. It seems to also make a difference with what level of school students are in. In our poll, 45% have elementary school students, 17% in middle school, and 37% have high schoolers. If you'd like to join the conversation, take the poll on our VNL News app by following Valley News Live on Facebook. And this time of the year, there are nearly 200 Christmas-related injuries every day during the holiday season. That's according to the Consumer Product Safety Commission. And sometimes those accidents can be deadly. Wendy Gillette has more.
The holidays turned tragic in a neighborhood outside of Philadelphia last year. Early Christmas morning, crews battled a 2-story house fire. A mother and 1 son escaped, but the father and 2 children who were trapped inside died. Investigators believe a faulty electric star on top of a dry Christmas tree sparked the fire. This demonstration from the Consumer Product Safety Commission shows just how dangerous a dry tree can be. The tree on the left has been watered regularly. 30 seconds after being lit, it smolders out. The tree on the right is dry. The flames spread quickly, and in a matter of seconds, the room is engulfed in flames.
So around Christmas, we see a lot of hazards associated with decorating.
Alex Hohenserek is the chair of the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission and says candles also pose a danger. In this demonstration, a misplaced candle on a menorah ignites the curtains. And every year, thousands of people get hurt putting up decorations.
What are the most common injuries you see at Christmas time?
We do see a lot of falls associated with ladders and people using them to put up decorations.
Decorations need to be double checked for defects. Lights shouldn't have any frayed wires or loose sockets. Making sure they don't can prevent a tragedy this holiday season. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.